Ever wondered what the world's oldest recipes taste like? You know, the kind of grub they were scoffing down back when pharaohs were still in fashion. Today, we're diving into the most ancient dishes ever recorded. We're talking time travel for your taste buds. From the dusty kitchens of history to your plate, these recipes are a bloody window into the past. And guess what? This list is just the beginning. Stick around till the end and share your country's oldest dish in the comments. Right, let's get this started with the granddaddy of them all, Mesopotamian flatbread. This ain't some fancy sourdough with artisanal this or that. This, my friends, is survival food. We're talking 6000 BC, when these blokes in Mesopotamia figured out you could smash some grains between rocks, add water and cook it on hot stones. And bam! You've got yourself the world's first bloody bread. Simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This flatbread was the fuel of empires, the backbone of their diet. It's the sort of bread that built pyramids. Next up, we're hopping over to the land of the pharaohs, ancient Egypt. Now, these guys were all about luxury. Think gold, pyramids the size of small mountains, and food fit for kings. And their stews, don't even get me started. We're talking slow-cooked concoctions simmered for hours, packed with vegetables, herbs, and whatever meat they could get their hands on. Think of it as the ancient world's version of a Sunday roast, a real celebration of flavour, and the best part, the recipes were written down so we can actually recreate. Now, this one might be a bit of an acquired taste. Garum, the fish sauce of the Roman Empire. Yeah, you heard me right, fish sauce. But before you wrinkle your noses, this stuff was like liquid gold back in the day. Imagine fermented fish guts left out in the sun for weeks, creating a pungent, salty sauce. Sounds disgusting, right? But trust me, the Romans were obsessed. They put it on everything, meat, vegetables, you name it. It was the ketchup, the HP sauce, the everything sauce of their time. Next up, Greek kykeon, the original energy drink. Let's talk about the Greeks and their crazy concoctions. Among these, kykeon stands out as a fascinating example of their ingenuity. Kykeon, a barley-based drink, was their go-to beverage. It was a staple in their diet and held significant cultural importance. The preparation of kykeon was an art, involving meticulous steps to ensure the perfect blend. Kykeon was consumed during various social and religious gatherings, making it a central part of Greek life. It was more than just a drink, it was a symbol of community and tradition. This stuff was like the Red Bull of ancient Greece, a potent mix of barley, water, herbs, and sometimes even goat cheese. The ingredients were carefully selected to create a drink that was both nourishing and invigorating. The Greeks believed that kykeon had medicinal properties, capable of rejuvenating the body and mind. It was often consumed by athletes and labourers to boost their stamina and endurance. While the taste might have been an acquired one, the cultural significance of kykeon cannot be understated. So next time you reach for an energy drink, remember the ancient Greeks and their kykeon, the original energy booster. Next up, Chinese noodles, a culinary dynasty. We're heading east to China, the land of noodles. China, with its rich culinary heritage, has a special place in its heart for noodles. These aren't just any noodles, they symbolize longevity and prosperity, deeply embedded in the culture and history of the nation. The art of noodle making in China is a revered craft, often requiring years of practice to perfect. From the bustling streets of Beijing to the quiet villages, noodle making showcases the skill and dedication of the chefs. Centuries of tradition, with recipes passed down through generations like family heirlooms. Families take pride in their unique noodle recipes, each with its own secret ingredients and techniques. The oldest evidence of noodles? Over 4,000 years old. Archaeologists discovered ancient noodles in a preserved bowl, highlighting the long-standing importance of noodles in Chinese culture. From hand-pulled Lanzhou noodles to spicy Sichuan Dan-Dan noodles, the variety of Chinese noodles is astounding. Each region boasts its own specialty, with unique flavors and textures. Chinese noodle culture is a culinary force to be reckoned with. Visiting a Chinese food market, you can see the vibrant energy and passion that goes into every bowl of noodles. Next up, Indian Sambaar, a symphony of spices. Now let's spice things up a bit with a trip to India for some sambar. Imagine walking through a bustling Indian spice market where the air is thick with the aroma of exotic spices. The vibrant colours and the rich scents are just a prelude to the culinary adventure that awaits. This lentil-based stew is a staple in South Indian cuisine, and it's been around for centuries. It's not just a dish, it's a tradition passed down through generations. Each family has its own unique recipe, adding a personal touch to this beloved classic. We're talking a complex blend of flavors with tamarind, lentils, vegetables, and a whole arsenal of spices. The tamarind adds a tangy twist while the lentils provide a hearty base. Fresh vegetables like tomatoes, carrots, and okra add layers of texture and flavor. And then, of course, there's the spice mix: coriander, cumin, mustard seeds, and turmeric, each playing its part in this symphony of flavors. It's the kind of dish that warms you from the inside out, a true explosion of taste. The first spoonful is a burst of flavors, tangy, spicy, and savory all at once. It's comfort food at its finest, perfect for any time of the year. Whether it's a chilly winter evening or a rainy monsoon day, a bowl of sambar is like a warm hug in a bowl. And the best part, it's usually served with rice or dosa, so you can soak up every last drop of that delicious sauce. The rice acts as a perfect canvas, absorbing the rich flavors of the sambar. And if you're having it with dosa, the crispy texture of the dosa complements the sambar beautifully. It's a meal that brings people together, often enjoyed in the company of family and friends, making it not just a dish, but an experience to be cherished. Next up, we're heading to Persia, the land of saffron and pistachios, for a taste of Khoresht. These stews are the epitome of Persian cuisine, rich, flavorful, and often featuring dried fruits, nuts, and delicate spices. Imagine tender chunks of lamb, slow-cooked in a pomegranate and walnut sauce, or a vibrant saffron-infused chicken stew with dried plums and apricots. These dishes are a feast for the senses, a testament to the rich culinary heritage of Persia. Next recipe, Turkish Baklava, a sweet taste of history. Let's satisfy our sweet tooth with a trip to Turkey for some baklava. This layered pastry, made with phyllo dough, nuts and syrup, has been a favorite in the region for centuries. The origins of baklava are a bit of a mystery, with various cultures claiming it as their own. But one thing's for sure, this sweet treat has stood the test of time. The delicate layers of pastry, the crunchy nuts, the sweet, sticky syrup, it's a combination that's simply irresistible. Next, recipe Japanese sushi, from humble beginnings to global phenomenon. Now let's talk about a dish that needs no introduction, sushi. This Japanese delicacy, consisting of vinegared rice topped with seafood or other ingredients, has taken the world by storm. But its origins are surprisingly humble. Sushi actually started as a way to preserve fish in ancient Japan. The fish was fermented with rice, and the rice was then discarded. It wasn't until later that people started eating the rice along with the fish, and sushi as we know it was born. Mexican tamales, ancient traditions, modern flavors. Finally, we're finishing our culinary journey in Mexico with some tamales. These steamed corn husk parcels filled with various savory or sweet fillings have been a staple in Mesoamerica for centuries. The Aztecs and Mayans were known to eat tamales, often during religious ceremonies and festivals. Today, tamales are still a beloved dish in Mexico and other parts of Latin America, with countless variations in fillings and flavors. From savory pork tamales to sweet pineapple tamales, there's a tamale out there for everyone. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the oldest recipes in the world. From Mesopotamian flatbreads to Mexican tamales, these dishes offer a fascinating glimpse into the culinary history of humanity. But this list is far from final. There are countless ancient recipes still being discovered and enjoyed today. What's the oldest dish from your country? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more food history and culinary adventures.